Alright, before we get started with today's video, I just noticed that I just received my new jersey and I wanted to share it with you guys. Let's do this real quick. Look at this beauty. The OG Udonis Haslem. Can you tell that I like this color? Me. Alright, just wanted to share that really quick. Let's get into the video. Yo, what's going on everybody? My name is Ozzy and I'm back again with another video for you guys. And today let's talk about Sony finally announcing and giving us some details on their next generation console. They're giving us some specs, what this thing is gonna, what type of power it's gonna have, and it's actually pretty exciting stuff. So without further ado, let's get into it. Intro now.
Ozzy's tech and stuff, yeah.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Before we get started with the video, I want to remind you guys to please help me out with a like and a subscribe if you're not already subscribed. That will help me out a ton. And yeah, so let's get started with the video. Sony finally gave us some details on their next gen console. Now I just want to get a couple things out of the way really quick. They didn't announce what this thing is going to look like. They didn't announce the actual official name of it. They're calling it their next gen console, but come on, you know it's going to be called the PS5. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And they did say that it's not going to be releasing this year, so we're looking at 2020 or 2021. I'm guessing it's going to be more towards 2020, holiday of 2020, but it might be pushed into the spring of 2021, depending on how, you know, supply meets demand and all that stuff. So my guess, fall 2020, start saving right now. Like I mentioned before, they didn't talk about any pricing, but I'm guessing this thing is going to be around $499, maybe even $599. Hopefully not. You know, I'm probably going to still buy it anyways, but I'm hoping that it's going to be $499, you know, or $399 like the PS4. But I'm guessing it's going to be probably around $499 since this thing is very powerful, and I'll get to the specs in just a second. But it's probably going to be around $499, and you know, maybe they'll have like a bundle that makes it a little bit more expensive. But hopefully, let's cross our fingers, it's $399, but I don't expect it to be $400. I think that they'll aim for that $500 price point. And it all depends on what Microsoft announces and what their pricing might be. They might be able to be more competitive as far as pricing, but they didn't mention it yet. Let's wait until E3 or something like that to give us more details. Alright guys, so Mark Cerny talked to Wired and he did an interview. I'm not sure why I'm slapping my my fist here, but okay. He did an interview with Wired and gave us some specs and what can we expect from the next generation console, which I'm just gonna go ahead and for the remainder of this video just call it the PS5, because I'm like 97% sure that it's gonna be called the PS5. So he did give us some specs on the PS5. I'm just gonna go over really quick the CPU and GPU. So the CPU is supposed to be a 3rd generation AMD processor. I'm not too familiar with the processors, but supposedly this is supposed to be really good for consoles. You'll see this more in PCs, but that, you know, coupled with the GPU, which is a custom GPU that they're going to be making for the PS5, it's going to give us a lot better graphics, and it's going to allow for this thing called ray tracing. I've never actually heard of ray tracing. I had to look it up, but it gives you more realistic graphics, more realistic lighting effects and reflections and stuff like that. So basically it'll make the game look a lot more realistic, you know, giving us a lot better graphics and making it look a lot better. Mark Cerny did mention that they want to focus on audio, so making a big upgrade from the PS4 to the PS5 as far as 3D audio. So they're, you know, really targeting something like a Dolby Atmos type of thing that will really immerse you in the action, whatever game you're playing. So ideally you won't be able to hear it through your TV speakers, but if you have a surround sound system, or if you're playing with like some good headphones, some over the ear headphones, you'll be able to really enjoy the audio that Mark Cerny says that this system will improve on. Now, one of the most important upgrades that he did mention the PS5 will have is a custom built solid state drive. Now, they did some testing and they basically brought in a dev kit to run this, and basically a game on PS4 Pro, I believe. I think they were showing Spider-Man, but a game on PS4 Pro that took 15 seconds to load. The game or a section took about 2 seconds to load that, or 1.5. I'm not quite, sure on the 100% what it was, but basically 1.5 seconds. So that's a big difference, from 15 seconds to 1.5. That to me, that's the future of gaming, is minimalizing these load times that take forever sometimes. My PS4 back here takes forever to load a game, and I'm just excited for the next generation to just very, very, very cut down on load times. That's just going to be better for all of us. Now, since it is a custom solid state drive or SSD, then it'll be even faster than you installing a SSD in the system or your PS4. So it will actually take advantage of the speed a lot better and allowing games to load, like I mentioned, a lot faster. Now, they did say that the specs will actually support 8K gaming. They're basically future-proofing at this point. If you saw my Google Stadia review, you know that they say that theirs supporting 8K gaming, but TVs and stuff that we have right now, tablets, they don't do 8K. So the 8K stuff, TVs that we have now, they're super expensive. So it'll probably be another 5-6 years before 8K it's even a possibility. So they're basically future-proofing this console at this point. Me personally, what I want is a very steady 4K 60 frames per second, and just it's locked on, and I'm really good with that. So we'll have to see how the 8K holds up, and who knows if it'll actually be true 8K or just a form of upscaling like the PS4 Pro does now to get to 4K. So we'll see. Another thing that Mark Cerny did mention is that the PS5 will be backwards compatible with the PS4. So that is going to be an amazing feature that currently the Xbox has with their Xbox 360 and the original Xbox. You're able to play those games, but now PS5 is finally hearing us out a little bit, and they want to make PS4 backwards compatible. I'm really crossing my fingers, and I don't know if this is a huge demand for this, but I just think it would be a fan service to us. And if they're able to do backwards compatible with the PS3, PS2, and PS1, or at least in a digital store or something like that, but I highly doubt they'll do that since they're trying to sell these classic consoles. So at least they're giving us PS4 backwards compatibility, but I would really hope for is a little bit further back and giving us basically all this PS lineup. So those of you who just bought a PS4, don't get rid of your games just yet, because you'll be able to use them on the PS5, which is 2 thumbs up, Sony. Good job. So those are just the big topics that Sony did mention about the PS5, and they didn't mention what it's gonna look like I mentioned, and anything like that, but I really wish I can just see the console and see what it looks like. And they did say it's going to have a disc drive, but I personally think they might release 2 versions, one with a disc drive and one without, giving us an option to go all digital with a system, or to still have your physical media and do digital. If they do an all digital console, I can't believe I'm saying this, but if they do an all digital console and the memory is big enough, I might go for the all digital console and finally ditch my my PS4 hardware collection, because I'm running out of space. So let's see when that happens. Let's see if I actually do get that one, but I'm hoping that it's enticing to get the all digital version, and I'll go ahead and do that. So some of the things I'm looking forward to in their next announcement as far as the PS5 is giving us details on what studios are working on what games for the PS5, giving us details on the actual controller itself. Hopefully they come out with a standard version and a pro version right off the bat, so I'll go ahead and purchase the Pro version if it's worth it. But right on launch, I want to have options to choose either the standard or the Pro version. Like I mentioned, backwards compatibility. Just give us, let us use the PS3, PS2, PS1 games that I have stored that I don't want to hook up my systems because it's a big hassle. Let us play it on this system, and that would be amazing. Show us what this thing is going to look like. Give us an official name. We can already say it's PS5, but just make it official and give us some more details on this thing. I know this is just a teaser into what the system's gonna be able to do, but I want some more information. So you've opened the floodgates, Mark Cerny, and give us what we want. Siren. So I want to know, what are some of the features you want the PS5 to have? Comment below. Alright guys, so that's gonna go ahead and conclude this video. If you like this video, help me out with a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And hopefully I'll get some more news and share with you guys later on the PS5. Alright guys, till the next one, peace.
Hi.